object or system?
Technology is something that's man-made, and like an example of technology is like a computer. If you think of it, like it was created by a company that uses lots of different electrical stuff into it.
So would a computer be low tech?
No.
So what would be a low tech object?
A chair, I guess.
Great. Walk us through how you followed the engineering design process to create your window garden.
So first I planned, and I planned by first creating a model or sketch of what my window garden was going to look like. And next I also then after sketching I also after sketching I also revised it and like asked for feedback from my teammates at my table. And I looked what I needed to improve on, and I created the model. Then I improved it even more. Then I got more feedback and talked to my peers about what needed to be done and fixed, and eventually the window garden was done.
Cool. Explain how the engineering design process is a cycle, and how does your window garden design prove that the EDP is a cycle?
The engineering design process is a cycle because there's many different steps that are partial to it, and it includes a lot of stuff like planning and improving and designing, creating, and a lot of other stuff. And so
Why does that make it a cycle?
it makes it a cycle because I remember while making my project, it took days for each cycle or each time, like planning. It took like about 1 to 2 days for sketching and creating it, or revising the sketch, and then actually creating the model and making it better after that, which made an improvement to my design.
Okay. I'm going to give you an object, and you're going to tell me how you would use the engineering design process to improve this object. So here's the object. How would you use the engineering design process to improve that object?
Well,
so what steps would you take to improve the object?
I would first draw a sketch or plan it out, like probably do a bubble chart and find ways and to improve it, and go on different research websites. And then next I would eventually take down notes, and after taking notes I would try to create the design and create the improvements for it. And then eventually I will test it out and ask others what their opinions on it were, so I can get feedback to improve it and make it better and finish the final design.
Wonderful. Great. Good job, Emmanuel.
Good job.
One last question. How would you solve the problem of food waste facing our school and our community by using the engineering design process?
I would solve the problem of food waste by first making the food more interesting to kids based on what they like, because some kids don't really like the school lunch, and so like you have to start including what their preferences on what they like are, so that you can attract attention to eating more.
Okay, keep going.
And so on. Yeah, you could probably start like you could probably start a program that can help, that can like start solving the problem of food waste, which makes kids like tell the kids the problem and how like the rate of food waste is continuously happening, and so they can realize and start solving it, and most schools will start doing it based on other students.
Cool. Okay, thank you. So now we'll move into theater.
What are the 3 aspects of design that costume designers consider in their costume design?
The 3 aspects are color, line, and texture.
Which lines would you use in a costume design for a character who is both magical and a troublemaker?
I would use jagged and probably diagonal as well,
Okay.
because those show that they're quick, and like troublemakers are sneaky, and sneaky people are really quick, and diagonal shows like how they move a lot, and magicians, they have a lot of skills and techniques that they do to create the magic that they make.
Cool.
What color or colors would you use in a costume design for a character who just found out that he or she didn't make the basketball team?
I would use red to show anger, blue to show like sadness, probably green, because they're probably jealous of others who made it, and
That's great.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's perfect. What would significant amounts of gold ornamentation on a costume communicate about the character who wears that costume?
It communicates that the character is rich, very stylish and fancy person, because gold is a very rich thing.
Now for your last question for theater. A director has commissioned you to design a costume for a girl fairy in the play A Midsummer's Night's Dream. The director wants to emphasize that this character is magical, playful, and lives in the forest. Describe the choice in line, color, and texture you would make to support the director's vision with your design. Explain and justify why you would make those choices.
I would choose silky because, like, fairies are very light.
Silky for what? Line,
Silky for
color,
texture. Because silky basically shows that they're light, and they're very quick, and they can fly around because of the lightness of their weight. And for color I would use white and probably a little blue, because white defines that white and purple, because purple defines that they're magical. And I'll also use green because green also shows nature. And since they live in the woods, right? There's a lot of natural things in the woods, and so I would use green. And the line I would use more of jagged, and I would use,
Why would you use jagged?
I would use jagged because it shows that they move a lot as well, and they are magical, quick. And I would also use curvy as well because curvy shows that they are. It also another definition of showing that they are magical, and yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, congratulations. You have finished the question and answer portion. Now is when we give feedback to Emmanuel. Everyone will give their feedback. Then you'll step out, and Ms. Thomas and I will deliberate, and then you'll come back in, okay? I can start with the feedback. During your year-long letter, you had fantastic eye contact. I also thought it was very thoughtful year-long letter. A lot of the changes that you described about yourself, I was able to witness over the course of the year. And I was able to witness Emmanuel becoming a much more diligent student and having his work habits actually match up with his ability and his intelligence. So that was wonderful for me to watch, and it was great to hear you talk about that. I loved it.